All right. Good afternoon. Ken McBee coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. A nice, balmy, cool 100 degrees today. Oh my goodness, it's starting, right, folks? I've been invited a few of our friends here from operations that we would just like to answer some of the driver topics that we've been hearing over the last couple of weeks. So why don't you introduce yourself?
All right, I'll
Abby, you
start.
can start. Oh, there you go. Brett.
All right. Hey, everybody, I'm Brett Stewart, VP of Owner Operator Relations. Happy to be on with you. Tabby?
Hi, everybody. I'm Tabby Moritz. I'm a driver retention leader here in Phoenix.
And good afternoon. I'm Ramon Johnson. I'm the Director of Driver Support here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. What's
I see the
what
wind
is it? About
blowing.
90 degrees there?
91. 91.
91. 80% humidity. Got
Exactly. My hair is feeling it.
it. Great. Hey, well, we would encourage you to ask questions. Drop them in the comments. We'll answer as many as we can towards the end. As we go through things, but this is very much an interactive conversation. We're here just to share what we have, and we definitely want to answer questions that you have throughout the time. So, first thing, let's talk about new investments in drivers, and I'll jump right in with the first part, which is bonuses. Hey, we're always trying to improve our pay plans, all of our bonuses, everything that goes along at Swift. We are investing over $20 million just in bonuses this year. Oh, in the first quarter, we paid out over $5 million already. So we're excited about that. We're excited about all the other changes going on. And hey, why don't one of you guys grab or gals tell us some of the other changes that you see?
Ooh, we've got a lot of things coming up in our terminals too, right, Ken? We've got a whole bunch of
Definitely.
improvements. So Swift has been around since like 1966. That means some of our buildings are that old, right? And we finally are updating. So we've gone through so many changes at our terminals, upgrading our driver facilities. What are some of the things that you guys are seeing out there as far as our facilities go and the improvements? I know there's a lot of focus on the driver centers.
Yes,
Hopefully they
everyone's
give
loving.
us some comments. Yep.
Yeah, we
Well,
want to
yeah,
see
yeah,
where
everyone's
where
loving
are
our
they?
driver's lounge here in Memphis. So we've received a lot of feedback. They enjoy the larger areas, the televisions, the free washers and dryers. So a lot of
The
feedback from
private
drivers here
showers.
in Memphis. Yes,
Private
definitely.
showers. What about the gym? I think you were one of the lucky terminals out of, I think there's 6 or 8 of them that are getting gyms in there, full gyms, right?
Yes, obviously I haven't used it, but they seem to enjoy it, and I see a lot of drivers coming in and out, so they are definitely enjoying the facilities.
There's always tomorrow,
Yeah,
Ramon. Always tomorrow.
Yeah.
All
Exactly.
right. How
I
about
think something about the there's some things too as far as like the food areas, right? I mean, we've changed a lot of things up in the driver lounge for it used to be like vending machines. Who keeps change in their pockets anymore? What's out there now as far as the food options go?
Well, I know for Phoenix specifically, we've upgraded and improved our Jake Break facility. The cafeteria got a full makeover. The vending machines, as you spoke to, should have the card reader. So if you have a smartphone and your card stored on those, it will take that. And more to come. So keep the feedback going and more terminal improvements.
and I think in
We
some of those locations they have a lot of open markets too. So
Yes, open
Uh,
air market, kind of like doing a self checkout at Walmart, but better options, right?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
definitely.
we just got a question from Nicholas about Laredo. Do you have any information on when Laredo's going to get updated, Ken?
I don't on Laredo. I know they've started some things like the parking lot, but the best thing I would tell you if you're wondering in your area, go to your terminal leader. They know where they're at on the schedule. Our goal is by the end of next year to have every terminal updated. We've invested tens of millions, in fact, over 100 million over the last couple of years in just our terminals. So lots of improvements. There's a bunch of them in progress, so it's too many to keep up with. But talk to your terminal leader and they can definitely get you those updates. Hey, one of the other topics we wanted to hit on that I'm super excited about in the 29 years I've been in trucking, I feel like this is one of the most important things is home time. We've gotten feedback from our drivers that, hey, that's very important to you. You want predictability. So one of the things that we have put together is we've put together a home time team. Now, we'll have more details coming in the future, but the great thing is we've taken some of our best planners, we've pulled them off the tasks that they were doing, and they're totally focused on doing nothing but getting drivers home, getting ahead of the game, get them on the right freight. So super excited about that. Hopefully you'll see a bunch of the fruits of our labor in the near future, and there will be more to come on that for sure.
I think there's very little you're excited about, Ken. I feel like everything is exciting. But one thing I do want to say about the home time team that's been put together, this is purely based off of the feedback that we've collected from our drivers. We've sent surveys out. This is directly from the voice of our drivers saying that you guys wanted us to focus on this. So Ken McBee got people together and said, "Hey, let's fix this for our drivers." So
I don't know if it was
it's
just Ken. It was a group
well,
effort.
I
There's a lot of
mean,
people here.
you're the face here, Ken.
Yeah,
So
okay.
the face of Swift.
Oh, sure. Well, let's head on to the next topic. And that's one that we've seen a little bit of feedback on, employee appreciation. So
Ooh.
can somebody tell us about employee appreciation coming up?
Ooh, I can. Okay, so employee appreciation. I want to make sure it's perfectly clear to everybody out there, everybody who's listening, drivers and non-drivers included on for Employee Appreciation Day. This doesn't take away at all from our National Driver Appreciation Week, which occurs September 12th through 18th this year, and we'll have more to come on Driver Appreciation Week. But as we are transitioning back into the office, we really want to be able to celebrate everybody's gonna, not everybody. I mean, we still have folks that maybe are still kind of working through that transition to come into the office. However, on Friday, June the 18th, we want to celebrate all of you, drivers and non-drivers alike. Make sure you visit your leadership, talk to your terminals, and get the details. We want to make sure that you stop by if you're able to. We'll have food and just say hi to people in person again. That's super exciting to me anyway. It's been a
That
while.
interaction.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, and one thing that I just want to, I hope everybody knows that we still live by the thought that there's two positions at Swift. There's drivers and there's driver support. So don't think we're taking away from the Driver Appreciation Day at all. It is just we are so happy for our whole Swift family. We just want to break bread and everybody come together. And we are going back now, long as there's no big other pandemics or anything that happen over the next year. But we will be going back to our quarterly driver appreciations along with our 1 week. So
somebody
lots of
find some
great
wood
things.
to knock on for that one,
Knock on
please.
wood.
Yeah, thank you.
No COVID in the future. All right. Well, this is one I think is a good one for Brett. We just wanted to talk about some of the truck amenities and some of the improvements we've done. One of the things that it was loud and clear we heard from you in surveys was about dump valves. So, Brett, can you fill us in a little bit on that?
Yeah, so to Ken's point, exactly. It was as we send out surveys, it was one of the top items as far as adding back to the truck, which we took away a few years back, and there was good reasoning behind that. And then the bet was that we can drop every trailer at the same height, which would reduce injury and extra work for our drivers. It just didn't play out the way we were hoping it to, and so like most things, we checked it and adjusted it, and that's what we're doing. So more to come around that. The shop is looking at how they can adapt and adjust and which trucks we can easily install those dump valves in and which might take a little bit longer. I don't remember the specific makes, but some are as easy as 30 minutes while others might take 2 to 3 hours. And then there's some parts issues as well that we'll have to work through. But the good news is they're coming back. So we are excited for that as well. And we hope that you are too.
And more details and all the specifics coming soon. But really, it's just, again, feedback is a gift, and we appreciate you giving that to us. Here's another one that's kind of near and dear to my heart because it's about predictability, right? Predictable home time. Well, one of the other things is predictable pay. So we are technically on our first payout of guaranteed pay tomorrow. We ended our first week on Sunday. Very exciting. So I would just work with your terminal leadership as some of those times it's we took the approach that it's when a good driver has a bad week, like for instance, you might have been broke down, you might have been held over on a load, you could have been weather or any of those things. And when that good driver has a bad week, we're truing them up in that first 6 months as they learn our network. So very happy to have that. That's definitely in full effect right now, and we're going through it week by week. So talk to your leadership if you're in that first 0 to 6 months, so we can make sure that you have that predictable pay as you learn our network.
And that's 0 to 6 months just at Swift experience, right? I could be a driver that has 3 years, but my first day at Swift. Do I get that?
Definitely.
Okay.
In your first 6 months of employment. So, and if you were with us before and you come back as a rehire, same thing. 6 months, start over. If you left and you decided, hey, I left 2 weeks ago, and it's what we would call a reinstate, then we would just look at how long you'd been here, and it's like you had no break in service. So, great news for those folks too.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, the fun one too. ECT driver support. Ramon, tell us how amazing it's going to be, right?
Always the fun one. So again, we're talking about feedback and listening to our drivers, and what we wanted to do was streamline the driver experience. We want one call resolution. You dial one number and you're going to get someone on the phone. I just want to reemphasize to our drivers that the best way to ensure that you're receiving support, whether or not it's during the day or after hours, is to call your driver leader's direct number. That one call resolution will solve all issues. Now, of course, this doesn't affect the other lines of businesses like on-road or customer service, but if you need to speak to someone in operations, day or night, call your driver leader's direct number. If you don't have that information, just reach out to your driver leader, or you can always check the Qualcomm or Zonar messages sent from your driver, and you have all that contact information there. So again, we want to enhance the driver experience. We've read the feedback from our drivers about not being able to get through after hours. So use that driver leader's direct number, and guess what? We're going to pick the phone up.
So Ramon, have we added headcount?
Yes, we've added so far, I think 24 associates to extended coverage team driver support. We want to make sure that we're answering the phone within 15 seconds. We want to make sure that you guys are getting through. If you guys ever have any issues as far as getting through, you guys can reach out to myself or your driver leader. And guess what? We're going to handle that issue.
Well, and some of those things I would say, hey, there's still technology involved, right? So if it doesn't work and you hold for, let's say I hold for 15 minutes, there's something wrong, right? Yes. So we need to make sure to tell our driver leader, hey, I called your number last night and I held for 15 minutes or something crazy. We've seen a few of those, and you've got to, at that point, we track down what it is. We fix, any kind of phone routing. We've made some major phone changes here too. So yes, that's important. And then if all else fails, Brett, you were a terminal leader before this. How should they contact you?
On your cell phone.
Boom. It's everybody here, everybody's seeing this message. If you're a driver at Swift, you should have a fleet leader, a terminal leader, your driver leader. You should have all their cell phone numbers. Now, do not be afraid to use them. They agree, we agree that, hey, you're the most important part of our business, and we want you to call them. Now, do you want to call your terminal leader at 11 o'clock at night because, hey, I'm looking for a trailer and is this trailer available? Probably not. Like, go through that. That's what Ramon's for. But hey, we definitely want you to interact with them when needed, right?
Exactly.
Cool.
We're here to support you.
And if there's feedback, so it sounds like if there's feedback or if something happens that's not desirable, you want to reach out to your driver support or your driver leader. But what if they have good feedback and they want to tell you how great of a job after hour support is doing, Ramon? I mean,
voice your choice. Voice your choice.
Cool.
It's on the Engage app, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, one of the things talking about the Engage app that is we're finding in the guarantee pay, and I didn't touch on, is it's so important that you scan your bills at the end of your trip, right? It helps everything with pay flow. So when you're done, if you don't know how to do that, go into your terminal, talk to your leadership, and let's get that app set up so we can scan your bills. It just takes away all the headache.
Hey, the one thing I wanted to touch on too with that one call does it all is that driver leader's number that you save in your speed dial after hours, let's call it 5 p.m. That number, goes directly into our extended coverage team. And so we've had a little issues technology wise through that, and we fixed some of those things, but that's kind of how that's connected. So you save that driver leader's phone number, you call them 24/7, and if they're not available because they're at home, then it routes to ECT. So I think it's a perfect solution for what the drivers were looking for, and excited to hear about that 15 seconds or less. And so great job there.
I like that one call does it all. Did you just come up with that tagline, Brett?
I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere on an infomercial. Yeah.
We're going to have you selling stuff on TV before long. Well, let's hit some of the comments because we want to make sure we answer as many as we can. So, how do you guys hire people? Again, driveswift.com, go to our website, apply. That's a good one. Let's see here. From Matthew, will the Wilton Yard be included in updates? I would just say we're starting with all of our terminals. That's our most important areas. Then from there, if the Wilton Yard is in it, talk to your TL there in that area. They'll invest in. It could just be parking lots. It could be bathrooms. It could be the whole thing. But talk to whoever's running that facility. They can tell you where it is on the timeline. All right. Is it interior or exterior upgrades? Brett, you want to take this one?
I'm sorry.
Oh, for the terminal remodels.
Oh yeah, I mean both. Wherever that is most needed. I know some of our truck washes are getting some improvements, but it's mainly in the driver's area, right? So the showers, their break areas, their cafeterias. We knew we wanted to start there first. But there's a lot of renovations going on. So I would say, depending on the terminal, it could be both interior and exterior.
Okay. How about Tabby? Does Swift offer paid vacation for drivers?
Ooh, so I think that's also a point of topic that's come up on our engagement surveys, Ken. And is that a team that you're putting together or that's been put together to take another look at that?
So we do pay vacation. We pay a total of 3 weeks, and what we're shooting for the end of the summer where it's request and pay. Right now we pay out all your vacation at your anniversary. So working on some improvements there, but definitely we do pay vacation. All right. Let's see here. There's one I saw in Zonar. I know that's a hot topic. Are the fuel stops going to be put into the navigation of Zonar? We are working on that right now. Expect updates here over the next 30 days, definitely. All right. Let's see here. What about new? No, that's yeah. What about new things for mentors? Hey, that's a great question. And one of the changes we just made for the mentors, just to make sure we maximize your income too, is we used to have different levels for a solo miles and mentor miles and team miles. We backed the mentor miles off to solo at this point. So it's for our driver performance. There's a lot of money in that for you for the miles that you're running for that. Now, it doesn't change the fact of you still get all of the miles for your student. That was one of the other questions that came up in another event we had. So don't think anything's changing. We just lowered the standards as far as the different levels of bonus paid. We are working on a couple different programs to improve the mentor experience along with the students. So more to come. I'd say by the time we have our next update, we can give you some of those things. I see when will the Detroit terminal be complete? There is all kinds of factors in that. I would talk to Mark Polger. He is our terminal leader there. He definitely will have a pretty good idea, but lumber costs, all these things, getting product in, some things are a struggle. Could be a certain tile. You never know. That's a hard one to answer. But hey, here's a good one for Brett. Hey, Brett, how about new owner-operator incentives? Put him on the spot.
I love that. Yeah, shout out to Charlie and Jeff at the Contractors Corner posting that one up there. I saw that and I was wanted to skip past it, but I'm glad we're talking about it. There's a ton of incentive. I just didn't know how much time y'all wanted to take, but ultimately, so new owner operator incentives that we're working on. There's another question about when is the next rate increase for owners. I would start first by saying we've increased our rate with our owners over the past 7 months by 10 cents. So, September, November, March, don't quote me, but it's essentially those months we've increased 3 and sometimes 4 cents a clip. We're constantly looking at the market, seeing what we can give back to our owners. And we're going to look at it here shortly again. The thing that we're really looking to launch and improve on is our load board for our owners and our percentage pay. So we know that that's what you're looking for out there. And there's some folks that have been with us that are looking in Swift to say, if that happens, I'm coming back, and be ready, because it'll happen this year. So
Great. So I see one here. Do I need experience to drive for you guys? You don't. We do have academies across the United States, so you can join one of those academies and then come right over to us. There's some tuition reimbursement and other things with that. I would just say call your recruiter, and they can walk through that with you. I do see from Michael, can we get the Swift apps to start working better? They are actively working on those every week, trying to make improvements. They are actually adding to the IT team, I heard this week too. So if you're an app developer, if you're a programmer, all those things, I'll throw a shameless plug out there.
yeah.
Come apply, talk to our HR staff, because we are hiring about 10 new programmers, it sounds like, throughout different UX and other things.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What you're
If I could,
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
Uh-huh.
So part of getting feedback from you all out there means that we do need to make some changes. And then as we make those changes, we know that those things take some time and can add frustration. Two things that I wanted to talk about today was, first, the Zonar tablet, right? So those of you used to the Qualcomm device probably griped about it and hated it, but now that you're working with a new tablet, you might want the old Qualcomm back. What you need to know is that, and it had to happen. Qualcomm was out of date. We were searching for parts constantly. There was a lot of downtime. You all know those frustrations. And so the Zonar is that new technology coming in. We are, consistently working through those things. So keep patient with us, keep giving us feedback. Every day they're working on making the improvements that you're all needing and wanting. And then the second thing is to the owner operator portal. We're getting a lot of feedback of it ain't broke, don't fix it. Completely agree. We aren't in business to spend money where it's not necessary. The owner operator portal was necessary to change. It was old and outdated, and it wasn't owned and operated by Swift. It was an outside company that was no longer going to be available to us, and we had to merge it over. So through that, though, the good news is we were able to update and improve it, and there's even more to come from that. So if you wanted to know about the why behind those two things, that's what I wanted to talk about. But still, don't be quiet about your feedback. Keep it coming, and we'll keep you updated on what's changing. So thank you.
Excellent. Thanks, Brett. Here's a question from Kevin. What trucks are getting the dump valves added in? All of them. We are adding dump valves to any new truck we buy. Now, the trucks that we currently already have in working, we're looking at what the retrofit will be. So more communication to come on those, whether it be certain models, whether it be that we don't do 18s and 19s, but we do everything older. We're working through all the details. Some more to come there, but all the new ones, all have them now. We've changed the orders. Let's see here.
And somebody wants your cell number. Did you see
I
that?
know, Tim.
I know.
You should have it, Tim. I'll send it to you. So, a comment from Kevin. Voice Your Choice is not working on the Point app yet. You are correct. They are working on that. It's still on the Engage app, but more to come. We'll integrate a lot of these things with the tablet here shortly. Guys and gals, is there any others on here you want to jump in? And
I do.
Okay.
Zeb just said hi. So Zeb says he's out of our West Valley City terminal. He recently was chosen. He was selected to be one of our drivers for a wrap truck, our Truckers Against Trafficking wrap truck. So, hey there, Zeb. How's it going?
Hey, Zeb.
Can I be more awkward about my hi? But that's a really huge deal. I mean, he's a great representative for the program, and driving that truck is a huge responsibility. There's, I am sure everywhere that he goes, if he stops at any yards, or any lots, that people are coming up to him, talking to him about Truckers Against Trafficking, which is a really tremendous organization to help against trafficking. So thanks, Zeb, for everything you've done.
Nice.
Yeah, there was a question about bringing back the company stores to the terminals. And so I know that there was the company stores and then there's the cargo stores. And so I don't know which one they're talking about, but our plan is to just put all of the company stores online, correct?
Yes, it's just when you talk about staffing and shipping and holding the product there, it's easier to put it online, and we'll ship it right to a terminal. We'll ship it to your house. We're just trying to make it a better experience, and it just it was very labor intensive for a company store.
Yeah. And the plan for the cargo now, obviously, as we're getting healthier and COVID and everything else, we can start having more events around cargo sales for drivers and invite folks, right? I think we just had one recently in Phoenix, or
Yes, and we definitely let all of our drivers, non-drivers know about those, and you'll see the terminal start doing those again.
But Ken, no open-toed shoes when you go to those cargo sales.
yeah, no flip flops.
No, yeah, no flip-flops for sure. All right. Well, hey, some of the things that I know that we are going to talk about in the near future is more improvements on truck amenities, trailers. I will tell you that from your feedback, we do have a team that I'm sure will bring a group of these folks on the same type of event with trailers, planning, truck assignment. So there's quite a few things that we're just improving the processes. And again, your feedback has been very helpful with that. With that, is there anything that our folks visiting has to tell us or want to wrap up and say?
I
No
want to
words
say
of
thank you
wisdom?
for the
Oh.
we all have things to say.
All
One,
at
two,
the
three,
same
all at
time.
once.
I just want to
Party.
say continuous giving us the feedback and use your voice, your choice. If you guys have any issues, feel free to reach out to myself or any member of my team. Like I said, we're here to support you and to enhance the driver experience.
Excellent. Brett?
No, I just echo that. Thanks for all that you do, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Definitely. Tabby?
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us and sending all the comments and questions through. I'm sorry if we weren't able to get to all of them, but the one thing I do want to say is that our Swift drivers, we send out so many things like surveys, and we've got Voice Your Choice as a tool. We encourage you all to provide feedback at all times. As you can see, we listen. We want to hear your feedback so that we know where your pain points are or things that are going well. So we really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And I'm sorry if we didn't get to all your questions, but we will try to answer more of them. We'll send you direct messages. Again, thank you. We hope you have a great holiday that's coming up. Be safe out on the roads. There is a lot of traffic out there. We know you've got a difficult job, but we got the right people in the right places.
That's right.
Right.
Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.